Do you have anything going on in your life right now that you're not really happy with? Something that may be going wrong? Or if you haven't got anything right now, have you ever had anything in your life that didn't go the way that you wanted it to? Have you ever lost anything? And have you? Yes. So I'm speaking to an audience that sort of know what I'm talking about. Well, contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, tonight I want to give you a bit of an idea, a bit of a mindset shift that if you are in a position now where there's something going on in your life that you're not happy with, or maybe in future when something happens in your life, you might be able to use this mindset shift. I'm also going to give you a question that you can use in any situation that will help shift you from a place of feeling, life is bad and it's happening to me and it's wrong, to life is happening for me. And where's this going? Okay, so I'm going to give you an idea shift and a question that you can go away and use to your heart's content. But can I please invite you, before I continue with my story and speech, that you drop down any judgments, any thoughts, any feelings, any things that you hold on to when things don't go your way. I want you to just put down judgments, because we are a judgy lot of people, not just you guys in the room, but everybody. We all judge. We all judge ourselves and we all judge others. So I invite you just to put them down and to come in with an open mind. So if you can think of a situation that you're not happy with, it might be right now, there might be something going wrong in your life. And I'm going to share with you something that's going wrong in my life as well to sort of demonstrate how the process works. So at the moment, I'm sitting here in this box and I must say I'm looking pretty good, looking pretty hot, Gina, all well. However, if I was standing on a stage in front of you, I would not be looking quite as good. Now, most of you know, because I've told this story many a time, that actually I am on a healing journey with my multiple sclerosis. And I want to share with you how I've shifted that mindset from a place of really feeling quite disempowered and quite depressed and upset. And that's not to say that I don't dip down there sometimes, but even just writing this speech has moved me up the scale. So when I talk about the scale, this scale is like sadness, depression, hopelessness. This side of the scale is joy, appreciation, love. And I don't know about you, but I prefer living on this side of the scale. So all of the work that I do is about shifting the way I feel. So I'm going to share with you that mindset shift and that question. So you might be asking yourself, what is the shift? What is she talking about? Well, you're worried now that I've forgotten, aren't you? No, it's all in the speech. It's all in the title. It's all in the title. So the way I work at shifting my mindset is recognizing that in every situation that we have in life, in every adversity, there is a gift hidden there somewhere. And if you're early on in the situation, it's just happened, you've just had that diagnosis, you've just lost somebody. We've heard tonight about how we don't deal with losses very well. And it might be the loss of a loved one. It might be the loss of a bodily part or a function of your body. It might be the loss of a job or a home or money. It tends to be around loss. And if we can shift how we think about loss and actually see the gift in it, it might be too early. You might say, no, too soon, Gina, I can't think about this. But if you could be open to the gift. So my question, what question can you ask yourself in any situation that just starts shifting the dial? What is the gift in this? So what is the gift in this? So if you think about a situation that's going on in your life right now that is not what you want. It might be something small or little, or you might be having some argument with somebody, or it might be something big and scary. And I invite you to put down your judgments and to recognize that actually in amongst the rotten wrapping paper and the horribleness of the perception of the situation is a gift. And if life is happening for us, then everything surely is a gift. So if we can start just asking that question, you might not have any answers come up with you straight away. It might seem absolutely ridiculous that you're even asking the question. But I encourage you to push forward and ask, what is the gift in this? Because there is a gift. And I want to suggest something that might sound even more out there if you're not on this pathway already. But imagine that you can get to a place where you can feel grateful for the gift. Ooh. So I talk a lot about gratitude. Gratitude is an amazing vibration shifter. It moves you up the scale quite easily. And it can be quite easy to feel grateful for things in your life. We're grateful for the people in our life. We're grateful for the systems that we work by that we're able to talk about. We can be grateful about the food on the table and our house and a nice warm bed. It does feel easy to be grateful when we're in a nice place, but if you're not feeling in a good place, sometimes you really have to search for things to be grateful for, even though we're surrounded by all of those things. When we are feeling bad and when we are feeling like things are going wrong, it can be a real difficult. We don't want to nudge up the scale. We're stuck down there in this place of everything's going wrong and it's all awful. So get into the practice of being grateful, of gratitude. So if you are not already doing a gratitude practice, I would recommend it. So every night before you go to bed, either write it down or ask yourself, give me 5 things that I'm grateful for today. And even if every night one of those 5 things is the fact that you're in a nice warm bed, that is something to be grateful for. And what happens when you start developing this practice is that when things aren't as good as they could be, then your gratitude muscle is developed enough to keep you buoyant, to keep you resilient. So then I'm suggesting that actually when things really don't go well at all, you get that frightening diagnosis. A loved one tells you some terrible news. I don't want to take us down a path of what could go wrong, but we've all had things in our life that went wrong. And it's not to say that we shouldn't feel the emotion that comes up, the fear, the anger, the terror, but just recognize that that's just a phase that we're going through. That's just part of the process. And if we could shrink the process so we don't have to be in that place of suffering, because what causes us suffering? What we think about, the stories that we tell ourselves. And if we're telling ourselves that things are going wrong for us and everything, and it's me that everything is going wrong for, then you will get stuck on this side of the dial. So I encourage you to ask the question, what is the gift in this? And take yourself out of the situation and look from the outside forward, go down on your future line and see yourself from the future looking backwards. And in that place, you're able much easier to see the gift, because every story has a story of adversity. We all have to go through life's challenges because that's what makes us grow. That's what gives us things to be grateful for. We don't know what the light is like without experiencing darkness. We don't know what it feels like to really embrace the love of someone without experiencing the loss. So with every bad, if you like, that is a good. So next time something feels bad for you, I invite you, ask yourself, what is the gift in this? Contest chair.